All right, welcome back. Today's going to be a shorter episode because I've got some stuff, some errands to run for work across town shortly. So yesterday we were getting our maps exported from tiled. Now, the thing I don't like about this is that we were still exporting them one by one and then saving the data from those exports into the map declarations global table. So ideally, what I would like to do is to be able to export the whole map all as one. So like export this whole map. And the thing is, when I exported this whole map and imported it into the game, it was really laggy because it was loading all the whole map at once. But what I want to do is export the whole map and then go through and chunk out only the data for each frame and save the data in our global maps table. So if we can figure that out, then all we have to do is draw whatever we want, file export one whole map image, and then our program will go and take that .lua map export and slice through and pull out only the relevant tiles for every scene. So that's what I'm hoping to be able to figure out. Let's see what that might look like if we export this as a .lua. Let's just put it in our documents. I think we have a tiled folder here. Maybe not. And this is a 10 by 10 map. So let's just take a look at what that export includes with all of that stuff, right? So that's not what I exported, but that one might have worked. If we go, where is our tiled maps? Here we go. Okay, I think it's not export as, but it's... No, it is export as. Yeah, documents tiled. Okay, let's find that. How did I miss that? Documents. Tiled, not tiled maps. Okay. Okay, so... Yeah. See, but this isn't bad. I mean... It's exporting all the whole everything, so what we need to do is be able to first access the values in this data field, and then two, be able to go through and pull only the first, what is it, 8 by 9 tiles? Is that what it is? Now these are messed up. That says it's 9 tiles, but this is 10 tiles. Yeah, 5, 3, and yeah. Okay, so it is 8 by 9 tiles. So I might just have to see what we do differently. Like, I'm gonna save this as a 10 by 10. Another 10 by 10. Why did it not work? 10 by 10 tests. Okay. So if we were to just paint, these are 44s. So those are 44s. The next ones are, and it's actually 9 tiles high. So I have to figure out how to change the default grid to be something like this, but I want to give us 9 by 9. There's 3, 6, and 9. I want to export this and see the layout, right, of the different numbers. So if we go ahead and export this as a .lua, as a 1010 test.lua, let's take a look at the data in here. And it looks like we're the 34s. Okay, this is jacked up. Yeah, this is not what I was thinking it was going to be. It's jacked up that it's all in one fucking table. Because, like, I was kind of hoping... Let's take it, like, this should be tile 1, right? Let's just do, like, oh, hey, there's tile 1, there's tile 2, and see how this goes about. There's tile 3. I'm trying to see the layout of the very first tile in the data. Okay, so we should see 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2. See, this is not what I was expecting at all. See how we're seeing 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So it looks like it goes through each and every of the 10. That's 1, there's 2, 3. Okay. So the layout, okay. So it looks like the layout is just all, you know, starting from the top left all the way to the bottom right. So it's gonna be, this is jacked up. We could make this work still. At the end of the day, I do think we want to do this. Because what we want to be able to do is to make changes to this one global map and be able to export it. Just one file, right? We export just this one global map. We import it and then we say, okay, you're going to go through the global map. Map 1.1 is the very first 10. Map 1.1, how would we do this? Yeah, this is jacked. I don't know how we would want to do this. Because we would want to say, like, hey, map 1.1, the first row of map 1.1 is all of the first 10 values, and then the next 10 values are map 1.2, and then by the time it gets all the way to the next one, now the second row of map 1.1 is now this 10 values. Okay. If we can import this data and pull this data out, we can manipulate it, right? So as long as we're able to import this map test, this 10 by 10 test, and be able to manipulate it, then it's just a matter of figuring out the code to say, hey, loop over it and insert it into our global maps tables. I think this is worth it in the long run because we don't want to have each of these maps separate. We don't want to have to pull them in and export them every time we make a change. We just want to make one change here, file save it, export it. It's already imported by the same file name, and then it's just in our game. So this is, I think, necessary. So let's see if we can import this huge map file and just read out the values, right? If we can just read out the values that we're looking at here, then we can then just sit down and figure out how to parse the correct data in the correct spot. So let's see, we've got this 10 by 10 test. Let's call this tiled all caps. And we'll take this tiled all caps and we'll put it in our repo, put it in our graphics. I'll just put it right here in our graphics. So let's go add it. And we'll put it in what, our dependencies? Yeah. So we're using this STI map library. We're going to say STI gets require our STI library. Cool. And then once we have that, we're going to say global map gets an STI that has the graphics /tiled.lua. Okay. So we should have the global map as a global drawable now. Now we don't want to draw it. We want to just see if we can manipulate this stuff. So yeah, we want to see if we can just manipulate these values. I look like I'm frozen. Stream here. Let me see. I guess I'm just gone. Oh man. It's just not working. My camera's just not working. I guess my audio's still here. Oh, what is going on? I guess my camera's just toast. I don't know. Try to reset it. All right, well, I unplugged it, plugged it back in. Okay, we're back. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we're trying to just read this value in, right? We're trying to read the data. So if we look at what that data is, this thing is returning a table full of different things, one of which is a layer that has data inside it. So let's see if we can just print out what the layers has from this tiled.lua export. So we'll go try to do that. Cool. Let us try to import it here. I guess we'll just put it in our play state. I don't really care. And the thing is, I'm just trying to print some stuff. So if I were to, for example, just try to print hello. Do we even see it? Okay, that's not good. We go to our dependencies and just comment out this STI. Okay, well, okay, so this is jacked up. It doesn't like that it's trying to reference my Windows subsystem Linux, and it doesn't know what it is. So I might have to do something different on tiled here. Let me try a new map, and it'll be 100 by 90. Okay. And we'll have a new tile set, and we will pull it from this Windows Linux subsystem master sheet. Okay. So let's first of all get this paint bucket and paint that, and clone. Okay. We're just gonna put grass here for the first tile. And we'll only do a couple of these. We just want to make sure our STI is not crashing again. Okay. Sweet. So let's save this. Okay, we will export this as... Oh, tiled, okay. Okay, I think this makes sense. I think when we export this, we have to export it where our file is here. So like our graphics, we save this master tiled test. Now let's try to do this as master tiled test. Okay, sweet. So we should be pulling that in at the moment. And what we're trying to do is just read out this data. And this data is in the map itself is a table of all these values, but we're trying to look into the layers table, and we're trying to look at the data table inside the layers table. So if we can just get that printed, then we can start writing a little downloader for the tiled implementation. So we'll just try to do that. If we go back to our play state, let's have where we say Love.graphics. Set color. We're setting color to white. Okay, we're saying hello. Now we're saying hello, but what we want to say is we want to look at the data that's in the thing we just exported. So I believe if we go to the dependencies, and if we were to just do this global map, let's see what happens. I think it'll just give us say table is, and then we'll concatenate to a string. Now this is where it gets jacked up because the print can only print a string, but this global map is not a string. So if we say concatenate with global map, I think it'll just be a weird attempt to concatenate a table value. Okay, so if we say, hey, well, we want layers in the global table, and it'll say it's a nil value. Okay, so what if we do something like that? A nil value. Okay. this is ultimately what we want to build out from all the nasty game map we got. The game map we're storing into a field. Okay. See, I want to just print out the table. Like, how would I print out the table values in Love2d? Zero Brain Studio can do this. You can either view the values in the stack, if it's one of the local variables, or an up value in the watch window. Just set the expression to the table name and it'll show you the values. Yeah, see, this is what I was expecting, this table ID. I made a library that helps with this. Require inspect. Okay, you can download and inspect and read its docs. This is looking good. Because look, if we say inspect gets require inspect, and then we have the table, which is our global map, and then we do print inspect t, it'll print out the values. Let's try this. 2 years ago, okay. Cool. I mean, this is what I'm looking for. I want to see something like this. So let's see if we can incorporate this. Let's see. Downloads. We'll export it. Inspect. That looks like it. Okay. Whatever. Let's take inspect. We'll put it in our lib. Lib inspect. We might need all of this. Hold on. Installation. I don't use that. Inspect.lua. Okay, I mean, I feel like all we need is the inspect.lua, right? Let's try it. Oh my god. Okay, lib inspect, so let's go import this. Cool. We'll do this, we'll say, where was that usage? Of course we closed it. Okay, we need this. Local inspect, well, we would say inspect gets require inspect. We could do local if we're in our play state. And then print, and then inspect with the table. Okay. Should be simple. I'm gonna leave that up so I can see it. Let's put it here. So let's go. Yeah, okay. We'll go to our play state. And we'll go to the top level here and we'll say local inspect gets require, and we'll say lib/inspect. Just like that. then we have our table called global map, and we're trying to inspect it. So let's go to right here, and we're trying to say inspect global map. Look at that. That's exactly what we wanted. I mean, it's not very helpful, but now we can at least try to buckle down into the real table we're trying to look at, which is layers. So if we go here, if we go into, like, we want to go here into the layers, right? And now if we run this, do we get our layers? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. Well, maybe not. We want data. Data. So layers.data. No. Let's just see if we print up layers here. See, we need a proper debugger for this, because this is just a little crazy. If we look at the graphics here, what are we seeing here? Batches. Is that in layer? I'm not seeing batches. Table is batches user data. See batches. Tile sets. Because all we want is the data from this. Class data, frame 1, GID 34. What is that? Canvas class. Rebadge sprite. Canvas class. Now this looks like it is alphabetized. But where is canvas? Cannot find canvas. Tile sets is a table of tables. But then we have a layers table. Okay, so like, let's just see if we can print out the version, right? Like, can we access any of these tables in here? So can we just say version? Okay, we can pull version. And we can pull Lua version, I'm assuming. 5.1, cool. Yeah, we can pull that. So why can't we pull, like, let's see what happens if we try to pull the tile sets. Okay, there's a bunch of shit when we pull the tile sets. Gets the class, the columns, all alphabetized, film mode. That looks all right. So we want to pull the layers. And when we look at layers, we've got this junk. We've got the frame, the GID, offset. Now oh, look, data is in there, and it says data is a table of tables or something like that. Can we just pull the data? Oops. Yeah, we want to just pull the data from here. So layers. Now can we say at the data value here? No. And we can't say layers.data because it's nil. So layers.data, let me just see data 0. No. Data is not a field. But layers does have a data field there. So can we print up the type? The layers.type. Will that allow us? No. It should be called type tile layer. So what is layers? Layers is a no. Okay. Layers 1 was allowing me to do something. So if we go to layers1.data, can we see it? No. Layers 1. Now, is there another layer? No. Okay. So is layers 1 any different than layers? Nothing. It says 1 up there, 1 in frame 1. And if we take this out, we don't get shit. But we get 1 and no ID of 1. We're close. We're digging around in there. What up, Magnetonics? We're trying to dig into... I'm trying to dig into all these values that we get in this .lua file. So it's like I'm trying to populate our maps based on all these numbers because this is an export from our drawing. But I'm not seeing how to access the specific data table. So yeah, dude, so what sucks is like I worked all day and then work was like, by the time I got home, work was like, oh, you need to come back and get this gear for tomorrow. And I was like, okay, shit. And then I drive there and there's like crazy accidents on the way over there. So it took me 45 minutes to get close to work. And then I wasn't able to get to work because of the accidents. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just drive home and go later. And then it took me another 40 minutes to like get home. So I'm home now, but I still have to go back to work. I have to drive there after I'm done streaming and then go get my stuff that I already went down there to go get. So I'm probably, yeah, I think it is due to the rain. Is it raining where you are too? It was all raining over here. Yeah, yeah, it was raining over here too. I'm in the Midwest over here. Okay. This is interesting. I'm not sure how to dig. Okay, nice. Yeah, I've been to Minnesota. I'm flipped. I'm NM. You're MN. I'm in New Mexico. Okay. Okay, so let's just try to go into the first layer, and we're trying to go into the data, and let's just try to pull the first data and see if that is no or not. Oh, it isn't. Okay. Now I still don't see where the data is just a table of numbers. So how come if I do another data, GID 34. Oh, I think that's what I want, the GID. Or maybe not. I was thinking if this is, because the GID, if that's this number in here, and us being, let's try data 1 and see if it's 1 and not 34. It's 34. Frame 1. Oh, but the ID is 33. Okay. How come there's a GID and an ID? One is a 33. So that's so jacked up. Where is the 33 coming from? I don't see a 33 in here. What's weird is we should see we've got an ID. I'm trying to get into this layers table, and it's into, so this is a table in a table. So we're trying to get the data key of the layers table. So maybe we can go layers data like that. Yeah. No. Fuck. I'm not sure. Because if we just list out layers, we do see a data, right? We do have a data there. Okay. But then the data's got a whole bunch of random shit. I thought the data just has these numbers, but it has more than that. Now, the data's got this weird syntax like it's a table in a table. Get why there's two datas. Why does it say there's two datas? Oh, layers E. What the fuck is E? Is that something I jacked up? I don't remember seeing that. Layers E. Layers. Yeah, I must have fucked that up. Okay. So if we just have... See, and where's this batches coming from? I don't see this batches. I do see class. I don't see a GID, whatever that is. I thought this would be easier. Let me see if I can try this. Someone on a forum said that Zero Brain Studio or something. Zero Brain Lightweight IDE for Lua. Let's try this. Zero Brain Studio. That's how I feel right now. Let's open up our project. Okay. What? Start debugging? No? Okay. Okay, nice. Is this running in Zero Brain? Do you have any debugging info for me? No. Starting program with debug mode. Love2d started. Okay, but I don't see any info. Not interested in this. Lovebird. Browser-based debug console. You can either view the values in the stack window if it's one of the local variables, or you can see it in the watch window. Just set the expression to the table name. Set the expression to the table name. How do you do that? View watch window. Oh. Global map? No? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig into this. I don't know. It would be nice if we can actually have some debugging tools, because we're just using console print debugging, which just doesn't cut it. Let's continue and see if we can get any data extracted from our global map, because what's weird is if we just do global map, we do have the layers, and it's saying the layers, it's wanting to print the layers already, so that's kind of cool. But then if we go and say, okay, we know we're trying to go into the layers table, and then it thinks okay, and then the data, it thinks there's 2 things worth of data, which is kind of weird, but we can't just say .data, that'll be nil, but we can maybe do data 1 And it'll take us, no, index, okay, it doesn't like that. So can we do like this? No. Okay. What did we just, what were we doing? We can do a .data index 1. No. I swear, we were just doing something with this. What's weird is that there's values in this data that aren't just the numbers. I thought that this was literally just the numbers of the tile ID. I don't get why all this other bullshit's in there. Because layers has the class and bullshit, but then data is just a table of the numbers. Layers dot data. Didn't like when we did this. We just want this empty string. Can we do a dot class at the end of this? No. If we look at layers, there's a batches thing, which I don't know what the fuck it is, but if we go layers dot batches, can we see what that is? No. So what do you want from me, dude? Inspect. Data is an array of two things. So if we say layers.data and we say 1, 1, give me the first data in there. Doesn't like it. What do you want from me, man? Data is a table, right? This is a table syntax. Okay, we might need to say layers like that. Okay, that doesn't get mad. But then if we try to do anything different, No. Okay. So layers 1 should be the same as just dot layers. Table is, and then it isn't. It isn't. We've got this weird notation. This weird angle bracket notation for 1 when we exclude the layers at index 1. If we keep that, we get rid of that and actually get the table. That's kind of what we need to do with data. But if we try to access the data just like this, it does let us do it, but it's not the values I'm looking for. I'm looking for, why is this letting me? We try the same thing. Okay. I don't know how to do this. I can't even print to the console here. I want to print. Can I print to the console instead? Really got to figure out this debugging. I can't even look at a freaking table. Okay, so like what is the number? I think it's 34 of the first. Oh no, it's 1. So frame is 1. So if that frame 1 really is the first frame of the data, if that's truly the case, nope, then if we try to index the data at another, let's just say like 1,000, okay, 1,000 places later, no, we can't do that. But if we do dot frame, don't have it. Okay. I'm really quite stuck on this. I don't know what to try. That'd be as simple as printing it, like. So instead of data, once we're in layers, let's say we wanted to see just what the width was. We can say dot width and we should get 100, right? Yeah. So why, and if we do height, we should get 90. Sweet. So how come when we try to do dot data, it gives us a bunch of random shit? So if we say, hey, data1.id, it gives us nil. But if we say data1, it has a frame. So if we say data1.frame 1, no, fuck. data 1. Data 1 has a frame of 1. So we need what? Data at index frame? No. Data 1. Like, I see the data in there, I just can't pull it. If we go to data 1, we see that we've got a frame, a GID, all that stuff. So we can't say dot frame. It says nil. Why? We say frame 1. Frame a nil value. What the fuck, dude? What do you want from me, man? We try to do 11. We get a GID of 40, a frame of 1. Where the fuck is that coming from? GID of 40. Okay, there's an ID of 39. What the fuck? Okay, so starting at 1, is it an ID of 1? No, it's an ID of 33. What the hell? There's no 33 in the data. We already searched for it. There's no 33. We leave out that indexing. We get this. So can we print out the ID? Can we just print out whatever the hell the ID is? We can't. I'm not sure what this is, man. I think, you know what, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I think STI is changing this to be more complicated than it needs to be. We're not using STI for rendering, so I don't think we need to worry about it. We just want the table of the .lua we exported. So if instead of in our dependencies, instead of this global map getting this STI object, we're gonna say global map just gets require the graphics. Graphics / master tiled test. Okay, just like that. Now let's try to debug it and see. There's the data. It was STI. Okay. So we've got the data. Okay, great. It's the wrong, it should be 111. It should start with 111. So what if instead of layers 1, we say layers, okay. Back from ground zero, okay. Global map. We look at it, it's got layers, it's got data. Now why is the data starting with 34? This is our tile. We're looking at our wrong fucking one. That would have probably helped us debug some shit. Okay. So we were looking at the wrong one this whole time, which explains a couple of things. The one okay, we want to look at, what the fuck is it? Let's just re-export it and do it right. Okay, so this is the one we're trying to import. We're going to export it as in Tashio master tiled test. Cool. Master tiled test. Now that's the 34. That's right. Okay. So if we just start it with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 34, 34, 34, whatever. Let's export this as master tiled test. We'll replace it. Cool. Now let's just try to now we're going to inspect that. And we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 34, 34. Okay, cool. Okay, wonderful. So now we need to parse this out. We need to be able to take in a whole 100 by 90 tile sheet of data tile IDs and parse out the first 10 as the first 10 values of the first map 1-1. The next 10 values need to be the first 10 values of map 1-2, and then kind of go that way. So maybe the way to think about this is, yeah, how do we do this? This is great though. This is what we want. So we want global map.layers.data, just like how layers 1.data. Sweet. Okay, so there's the table. Now we just need to go loop through this almost like a little downloader. And then anytime we export it, our little downloader will go parse out all the IDs and put them in the correct global map tables. Okay. Yeah, how would we do this? We can append. We can table dot insert the first 10 values into the first table, then push the next 10 values into the second table, and then once we hit the 10th table, we increment our X value, no, our Y value, so we're on the second row, and then, is that right? Yeah, because this table is built out like a book, top to left, top left to top right, and then all the way down to bottom left, bottom right. So like, just like a book. So we don't get the last values until the very end. So we kind of have to loop through. Okay. So we'd have to do something. This is handy though. At least we've got the data. We're not losing our mind anymore. So we'll be able to loop through. So let's, I guess it makes most sense for me to do this in the map declarations, because it's kind of what it has to do with. Map declarations, okay. So we want to cycle over every value we want to cycle through every value in our global map, whatever the fuck we just did right here, global map.layers.data. So if we go to our map declarations. Okay. So we need to cycle through the global map dot layers dot data table. And Lua is a little rusty. There's a specific for loop that does Lua for loop. It's not a numeric for, it's like the special key and value. Pairs, that's what we need. Yeah, we need pairs. For key value and pairs. So we're gonna say for key value in pairs, and we give it a table. Do, and then this can be number. Why are you not like this? I don't think it knows what this global map is. I'm gonna go take our global map from our dependencies. And I'll just put it here. Oh, you still don't like it? Key value. Okay, this needs not this. Okay. Okay. Cool. So if we were to do this, this will give us, this will iterate through every data value. And then we have to go through and insert it into the correct global map array. It shouldn't be too tough. It's just that gosh, I need like pencil and paper to write this out, because it's like, let's just say if the key is smaller than or equal to 10, then go ahead and insert into map 1.1, and we would what? Table.insert. Table.insert. We would give it the value or the table first, and then the value, which would be B. Okay. So if we were to do this in our map declarations, then let's try to print up map 1.1 and just see if it's got the first 10 values, which should be 1, 2, 3, 34, 34, 34, or whatever. So let's see if we can do that in our play state. Play state, instead of global map layers 1 data, we want to say, go ahead and give me literally map 1.1. Should be only 10 values. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. It's not right, but let me just see if we go into the map declarations. If we can say, go ahead and insert 4. 10 times, right? Yeah. Maybe it's value then table. Insert 4 into the table map 1 1. Nope, it is. Oh shit, man. If we don't do anything here, what does the table just print out? It prints out that thing. Okay. I think it's because we're overriding it right here. We're overriding map 1 1 right here. So after 1 1's declared, let's just say, by the way, map 1 1 is now this stuff. One, two, two, two. Okay. Well, where are you getting all that? 1 1 2 2 2 1 1. Yeah. Okay. $10.24, $10.24. That's sand. Okay. Okay. I think I know why. We're populating them all with sand in the map object. So right here, when we put, no, we're not anymore. Right there. Default map tiles to random sand tiles. Okay, if I were to turn this off, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 34, 34, 34. Okay. So we've got the first 10 values of the first map. So what we have to figure out how to do is take a table, just a straight up table of 90 rows. It's actually just whatever, 900. It's 900 values, and we need to say the first 10 values are the first 10 of map 1 1, second 10, the first 10 of map 1 2. So kind of go through and say every 10 increment our y. No, increment our x, increment our column every 10, and then every 90, 10 wide, and then every 100 increment our y. Okay. Sweet. So cool. Okay, and then, so why is it that we couldn't overwrite? How is it that when we leave our sand on, we're getting 1024 there? Not sure. Okay. Well, map 1 1. Okay. So we would want something like this, like yeah, what would this function look like? Every 10 values, we need to go ahead and increment our row that we're modifying, and then every 100 values we need to increment the column, or no, the other way around. Yeah, every 10 increment the column, every 100 increment the row, and insert the value. into whatever. So it's almost like we need to cycle through. Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Yeah. I'll think about this and I'll get to it. We've got a good start, at least. We're getting the data. The really cool thing about this is once we get this function made, we'll be able to draw a whole, you know, a whole area, export it as a .lua, and then our map function here will just loop through and insert all of them into the right spot, and we'll have the collidable objects like we currently have. So like if it's a tree and we drew a tree, we won't be able to walk through it because of its tile ID. So this method is pretty cool to try to do this. I'm just left up, you know, I've got to make that function. So tomorrow we'll be tackling that function. Now that we know what we're looking at, I've got to go run to work and get that other stuff. But Magnetonics, if you're still here, thanks for the visit and the lurk. I always appreciate it. And we'll raid out to Rough Cookie if he's still going. Yeah, I hope you have a good night too, man. Let's see if Rough Cookie is still streaming. Oh, he ended. Well, not that it's a big raid or anything, but I always like raiding people, so we'll raid, if you're still hanging, we'll raid out Kuju. Because he's programming a game in Jai, which is the programming language I want to program in. It's not released yet, but that's what I'm going to be moving to once it comes out. So I think that'll be fun. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. I'll be here tomorrow finishing what I started today, so if you're interested, I'll be here again.